Hey, good morning to everybody. It's Daryl P here, aka Artist in Recovery, and it's another video from my treadmill walk. And today, again, as usual, I'm going to talk about Belle of the Ranch and kind of give my opinion and kind of a review over a video she did yesterday. Now, this morning, since her channel, or Beau's old channel, Beau the Fifth Column's old channel, or Belle of the Ranch, since they put out so many videos, 3 to 4 videos a day, I just choose to talk about one. So I watched her latest 3 videos, and there was one that really got my attention that I want to talk about, and that is called Student Debt and Seniors, Signs of the Future, and Student Debt Delinquencies and Seniors, I believe it's called. Okay, so I want to talk about this a little bit. As usual, I agree with everything she says. This is kind of a spoiler alert, so I always put the link to her video right down in my video description. So anytime I mention a video in these videos that I do, the link will be right down in the video description. So you can watch her video if you haven't watched it yet, because this is kind of a spoiler. She talks about delinquency on student debt, and it kind of stunned her, and it stunned me. The age bracket, because you figure that these are young kids that are going delinquent. Delinquent means 90 days or more delinquent on their student debt. And the first thing Belle talks about is how more than likely that this is an indicator of more financial woes to come, which I completely agree with. She brought up the fact that if you have a mortgage, car loan, and student loans, which one, and that's probably the case for most people, and you can't pay one of them, which one is the one you're going to not pay? She said, they can't take back your education or repossess it. So most people. So in other words, this might be an indicator for things to come. That people are below water. In other words. Now here's the interesting part. It kind of stunned me. What age bracket is the most delinquent? Now most people, whenever you hear these conversations, it's always spun in the way that it sounds like it's like 18 or 20-year-old or 22-year-old kids living at home are just lazy. They're not working. They're not looking to find a job, and they don't want to pay their student loans. That's the way I feel the people on the right spin it. And it's always, my tax dollars aren't going to go for that. This is another I can't understand. You pay taxes, right? And it goes for what it goes for. It's not like you're assigning your money to go for this and for that and for that. At least me, I pay taxes and it goes for what it goes for. It is what it is. Okay, so back to the age brackets. I'll do it quick for you. The age bracket that was the most delinquent was the oldest. Like the 18 to 29 was low, and then 29 to 39 was a little higher, and the 50 and over age bracket for delinquent student loans was, I think she said, 14%. It was the highest. So the people that are not able to pay their student loans are 50 and older. Okay, now let me just say briefly, I don't understand this. She talked about people voting against their own best interest. And I see this over and over, and this is what freaks me out about Trump supporters and MAGA. It's irrational. It's illogical. I really feel like the Trump and MAGA are playing into people's fears so much that it's the only thing they care about. They don't care that they're voting against their own best interest, that they're losing money, like with these tariffs. All they care about is that brown people are being kicked out of the country. All they care about is that trans people are being punished. It really seems like they are conformists, and they are terrified of people and things they can't understand, and they want them gone from existence. And that's all they care about. Trans bad, brown people bad. They need, and in their minds, they need things that they understand that are just like them. And I don't know if this has to do with me being an artist or an Aquarius or what, but it's the opposite how I feel. I feel that variety is the spice of life. Ever since I was a kid, I love I love hearing people speak different languages. I've always been interested. I remember listening to German people speak when I was like 12 years old, and I'm trying to understand. I still remember, I looked up the words they were talking about, schnell, and these, and I still remember these words. I love hearing other languages. I love experiencing other cultures, and it's just, it's like the opposite. Why I'm like this, I have no idea. So, people voting against their own best interest. I really feel, again, that's what it's about, that this particular group of people, they have a hard time understanding or classifying or comprehending the world around them. They're scared of anything that doesn't conform to them. Conformity, I think, is the biggest thing when it comes to MAGA and Trump supporters. And anything that is not like them, doesn't look like them, doesn't speak like them, doesn't eat like them, doesn't work like them, doesn't any of that, it scares them. They want it gone. And even they can't, even if it goes against their own best interest, even if it means them paying more money, even if it means their kids suffering. I've seen that in some of the people around me. Around let me just say, the area I live, there's a lot of people over 70, and a lot of them are on Medicaid and Medicare. A lot of them have kids that might be single mothers or might not have SNAP benefits, and they are adamant Trump supporters. And I brought this up to them before, and I said, do you really fear and hate brown people so much that you're willing to vote for Donald Trump even if it hurts your own kids or your own bank account? And they just look at me in stunned silence, like they don't understand what I'm saying. Now, this could be blamed on something else too. This could be blamed, I know a lot of them watch Fox, and I've tried to tell them before, like they watch Fox exclusively, and there aren't newspapers to read much anymore, and so their only source of news is Donald Trump and Fox. And I really feel like they're being brainwashed. They really don't understand the full situation. For the longest time, I had these people around me, these MAGA Trump supporters around me, older MAGA Trump supporters. When I tell them, it's like, Trump is going to cancel Medicaid. Trump is going to go after Social Security. And they're like, no, that's the Democrats. The Democrats are going after Social Security. The Democrats are going to take away Medicaid. The Democrats are going to take away SNAP benefits. And this is what they've been being led to believe on Newsmax and Fox News. And now it's too late. And now it's like they don't even care. It's again, I really feel like their fears and they're unable to comprehend the world around them. They are more happy seeing the things they can't understand, the things that aren't like them, being taken away and punished, like brown people and the LGBTQ community, being abolished or punished or removed from their view. They're more happy with that than having more money in their pocket, than having health care. It's logical, it's irrational, and that's one of the biggest things that scare me about Trump supporters. I hope you understood everything I said. I don't practice these videos. I watch her video, I watched Belle's video a couple times, and then I just let loose. And so let me know what you think. Have a good Saturday.